Hello and welcome to the Heritage Academy's YouTube channel. This is Archishman Chatterjee and today we have with us an eminent art filmmaker aka the AdGuru Shri Prahlad Kakar ji. So my first question to you is what or who inspired you to pursue art filmmaking?
Nothing. My whole life has been a series of accidents. So I wanted to actually join tea because I thought that I could get away without an education. But my grandmother insisted that I graduate. So when I was graduating, then after I finished graduation, I was interviewed by a bank, a multinational bank. And it was a very plum job, and I got through all the interviews till the final interview. And then they said, if you once your results come out, if you get a decent result, you come back to us, we'll give you a final interview. So everybody is celebrating, thinking second class to मिल जाएगा इसको अभी इतना डफर तो नहीं है. So then I decided, let me go see where I'm going to be working. So I went to Fort, where the office was, and I said, where did the training sit? So they told me in the basement. So I went out to the basement, and there was this room with no windows, only tube lights, kadak air conditioning, and all these rows of people sitting there in a unisex kind of look. Because I couldn't make out the girls from the boys because they all looked the same. They were equally ugly. So I took one look at the whole lot and said, "मैं तो इधर मर जाऊंगा," and bhaga. I ran, never went back for my interview. So everybody in the family went into mourning and said, "No, she is given up such a good job and kabhi nahi milega, ye hoga, wo hoga, kalank hai," and all this. Then one day I was walking past Lodi Garden, and I saw this bunch of people sitting outside in the garden, sharing lunch. So I asked them, I said, "What do you do?" So they said, "We are an advertising company." I said, "Okay, what do you advertise?" "We advertise bags." I said, "Sounds like fun. Can I get a job here?" So they said, "We don't know. You have to ask the boss." So I said, went up to the reception, and there was this phenomenal looking receptionist. She was 5'11", and she was wearing a mini skirt, and she had the best pair of legs I've ever seen. I said, "I've come home." And I decided that is where I'm going to work. So I chatted her up and I said, "No, please tell the boss, put in a word for me, I want to work here." She said, "Don't come today because he's in a bad mood, come tomorrow." So I said, "No, I'm here already, I'll take my chances." So she said, "Okay." So she goes into this room and says, "He'll see you in 5 minutes, he's just finishing lunch." So I went there and he was reading a newspaper. It was a big ad, there was a full page ad for Liberty shirts. I was looking at it and he was in a really bad mood and he hated the ad and he put it away, like they threw it on the sofa and said, "What do you want?" So I said, "I'm looking for a job, can I?" So, "What have you done?" So I said, "So I've done economics honors." I actually done military strategy as my major, but I had economics as sub. So I told him I've done economics. So he says, "Huh, so what kind of job do you want? What do you think of this ad?" he says. So I looked at the ad. It was an ad, a full page ad of a man back with a woman's hand across his neck like this. You could only see her eyes because the camera was behind this way. And the rest of it was his shirt. It was a check shirt. And there was copy written across the shirt. And the copy was from the woman's point of view. It said, "We met at a very boring party. One thing led to another." I loved his shirt. One thing led to another, and we ended up in his place. So I started on his shirt. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor. Oops, no more buttons. Said, "Liberty shirts, anything can happen." So he said, "What do you think of this ad?" So I said, "I love it." So he says, "You love it? It's a horrible ad. It's immoral. It's unethical. It's sexual. All sorts of rubbish." So I said, so I told him, I said, "Sir, I beg to differ, but the problem is that you are 55 years old and I'm 19 years old. Now this ad is meant for me. It's not meant for you because you wouldn't be seen dead in a shirt like this." So he looked at me up and down and said, "Okay." So he called the receptionist and her name was Farida Pandey. I still remember her name. And he said, "Farida, show him around the office." So she said, "Congratulations." She showed me around the office and gave me my place to sit. It was outside the men's toilet. That was his form of revenge.
So over the years, you have worked with several superstars, celebrities. So how has been your experience so far?
Terrible.
Any memorable incident you would like to share?
Yeah. They always come late. They always throw a tantrum, except Mr. Bachchan. Mr. Bachchan is the most frightening person to work for because he comes 5 minutes early, around 5 minutes late. And if you are 5 minutes late, then you're screwed because you're already sitting on the set with full makeup and being very polite and reading a newspaper. And you know that he's trying to tell you that, you know, if I can come on time, so can you. So nobody sleeps when you're shooting on Mr. Bachchan. You much rather be half an hour early than 5 minutes late.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a great pleasure talking to you.